This short article was given to me by a friend from Central Asia, and I wanted to share it with you. It turns out that our history, that of the Kazakhs and the Native Americans, is quite similar. But the Native Americans, it seems, had built more than 10 empires throughout history. When Mukhtar Magauin was a schoolboy, he once asked his history teacher, "Why did the Americans exterminate the local Indians and instead bring black slaves from Africa? Wouldn't it have been easier to enslave the Indians instead of transporting slaves from so far away?" The teacher replied, "A slave brought from a faraway land will never rise against his master because the land is foreign to him. It gives him no strength, no spiritual bond, no roots. But the local Indians would never have agreed to be slaves on their own land. That is why the Americans exterminated nearly 50 million Indians. Today, the number of Native Americans in the United States is very small. Because of this, the U.S. government now provides them with extensive privileges. The state recognizes its enormous guilt before the whole Indians. There are several museums dedicated to them, and by law, the concept of First Nation has been officially established. They are exempt from all taxes and can study for free at any university they choose. If you can prove that 1/8 of your ancestry is native, for example, if your grandmother was an Indian, then you are exempt from 1/8 of your taxes. Native reservations operate with full autonomous self-government. U.S. law does not apply there. Even a sheriff cannot enter without the permission of a tribal chief. However, these autonomous areas are mostly located in barren lands like Nevada, where there are nuclear test sites and desert regions. Las Vegas, the famous casino city, is also within this area. Many casinos are officially registered under Native American names, and many tribes engage in the sale of tobacco and alcohol products. Yet despite all these privileges, the Indians lost their homeland forever. America is no longer their land. Throughout history, conquerors have always treated indigenous peoples as unnecessary. The conquerors never needed the people. They only wanted their land and its resources. The fate of the Indians was shared by the native peoples of Siberia, who also disappeared. Their oil and gas remain, but their wealth continues to be sent to Moscow. In the 19th and 20th centuries, the Kazakhs faced the same danger. Their land was vast and rich, but the people themselves were considered unnecessary. Artificial famines were created to wipe out 2/3 of the Kazakh population, and about 5 million laborers were brought in from elsewhere to replace them. And now here we are in the 21st century. Toxic rocket fuel rains down on us. Nuclear power plants are being built, and radioactive waste is being dumped on our soil. Why is all this being done in Kazakhstan? Are we, like the Indians, becoming excess people on our own land? Even now, thousands of foreign workers from China, India, and the Philippines are being brought in. Will we share the fate of the Indians or the Siberian peoples? Or will we become like the people of the United Arab Emirates, masters of their own wealth? Will we continue to perish like livestock? Or will we have the pride and strength to take our destiny into our own hands? These are questions that no one else can answer. Only we ourselves can.